Scene script. Have you ever felt persistently sad and hopeless? Depression, a term frequently heard but often misunderstood, is more than just feeling down or having a rough day. It's a common yet serious mood disorder that's far more profound and enduring than the normal ups and downs we all experience. Depression isn't a sign of weakness or a character flaw. It's a complex mental health condition that affects millions of people around the world. So, what exactly is depression? Depression, clinically known as major depressive disorder or clinical depression, is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and a loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. It is not merely a temporary change in mood or a sign of weakness. It is a real medical condition with many emotional, physical, behavioral, and cognitive symptoms. Depression affects how you feel, leading to emotions of emptiness, hopelessness, or intense guilt. It influences how you think, causing difficulties in concentration and decision-making. It also interferes with how you handle daily activities, such as eating, sleeping, or working. Now, it's crucial to distinguish between the occasional blues and clinical depression. Feeling down, especially during challenging times, is a normal part of life. These feelings usually pass within a few days or a week. But when such feelings persist for at least 2 weeks and begin to interfere with daily life activities, it may be clinical depression. Depression is not choosy. It can affect anyone, at any age, from any walk of life, regardless of gender, race, or socioeconomic status. It's a global issue that touches every community across the globe. Let's get this straight. Depression isn't a condition someone can simply snap out of. It's not something one can overcome with willpower alone, nor is it the result of a personal weakness. It's a chronic condition that requires long-term treatment, just like any other serious health condition. Depression isn't just a passing blue mood, it is a serious condition that needs professional help. So, if you or someone you know is struggling with feelings of depression, remember, there is help available, and there is absolutely no shame in seeking it. Ever wondered what causes depression? It's a question that has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and those affected by the condition for years. The truth is, depression doesn't have a single cause. It's a complex disorder that can develop for a variety of reasons, and it has many different triggers. One of these triggers can be genetic vulnerability. While depression can occur in people who have no family history of the illness, those with a family history are more likely to develop it. It's like having a genetic predisposition toward it. Think of it as a loaded gun and life's stressors as the trigger. Speaking of stressors, severe life stressors such as losing a job, going through a divorce, or grieving a loved one's death can also lead to depression. These major life events can overwhelm a person's ability to cope, causing a cascade of emotions that may trigger depression. Now let's talk about substances. Some drugs, alcohol, and even certain medications can lead to or worsen depression. Alcohol and drugs can sometimes be used as a form of self-medication, but far from solving problems, they can actually exacerbate them, leading to a cycle of addiction and depression. Also, it's important to note that depression can occur alongside other serious illnesses, such as diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and Parkinson's disease. Depression may make these conditions worse and vice versa. But here's the thing, depression is more than just feeling sad or going through a hard time. It's a serious mental health condition that requires understanding and medical care. And while these factors we've discussed can increase the risk of depression, they don't necessarily cause depression outright. It's usually a combination of genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors that bring about this mental health disorder. So it's essential to remember that if you or someone you know is struggling with depression, it's not a sign of weakness or something that can simply be snapped out of. It's a complex interplay of many elements, and it's important to seek help and support. Depression is complex and can be triggered by a combination of genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors. What does depression look like? That's a question many ask, but often find it challenging to answer. Depression is not a one-size-fits-all condition, and its symptoms can be as diverse as the people it affects. One of the most common signs of depression is a persistent feeling of sadness or an empty mood. This isn't just about having a bad day or feeling down. It's about a constant cloud of sadness that lingers, making it difficult to feel any joy or interest in what was once pleasurable. Depression often brings with it feelings of hopelessness or pessimism, a bleak outlook where everything seems futile. You may feel stuck in a loop of negativity with no end in sight. It's like walking in a tunnel with no light at the end, or feeling like you're trapped in a deep pit with no way out. Irritability is another symptom that people might not immediately associate with depression, but it's quite common. Little things that wouldn't usually bother you might make you snap or lose patience easily. This irritability can put a strain on your relationships and make it difficult for you to focus on tasks. Depression can also cause feelings of guilt, worthlessness, or helplessness. You may find yourself constantly self-criticizing, blaming yourself for things that are not your fault, or feeling like you're a burden to others. This can further isolate you and make the depressive state deeper and more painful. And perhaps the most severe symptom is thoughts of death or suicide. If you're experiencing these thoughts, it's crucial to seek help immediately. There's no need to face these dark thoughts alone, and there are professionals ready to provide the help and support you need. These symptoms must last for at least 2 weeks for a diagnosis of depression. But remember, depression is not a sign of weakness or something that you can simply snap out of. It's a real serious illness that requires professional help. Remember, everyone's experience with depression will be different. It's important to talk to a healthcare professional if you're experiencing these symptoms. Scene script. Depression is treatable, but how? Well, let's delve into that. There is a wide array of treatments available for depression with various approaches to suit different individuals. One common form of treatment is medication. Antidepressants can help to alleviate the symptoms of depression by influencing the chemicals in our brains that affect our mood and emotions. However, it's important to remember that these medications aren't a quick fix. They often take a few weeks to start working and must be taken consistently. Another significant form of treatment is psychotherapy or talk therapy. This method involves speaking with a mental health professional about your condition and related issues. Cognitive behavioral therapy, interpersonal therapy, and problem-solving therapy are among the types of psychotherapy that have been shown to be effective in treating depression. For those who haven't responded to conventional treatments, brain stimulation therapies might be an option. These include electroconvulsive therapy, or ECT, and more recent techniques such as repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. Beyond these clinical treatments, self-management strategies and coping techniques can also be incredibly valuable. These can range from regular physical activity and a healthy diet to mindfulness practices and ensuring you get enough sleep. While these strategies might seem simple, they can have a profound impact on your mood and overall well-being. It's important to note that treatment doesn't look the same for everyone. It can often be a process of trial and error to find what works best for you. This is why it's crucial to seek help from a healthcare professional who can guide you through this journey. They can help you understand your options, monitor your progress, and make adjustments as needed. Remember, it's okay to reach out for help, and it's okay if the first treatment you try isn't the right one. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and what matters most is finding what helps you live a healthier, happier life. Treatment can help most people, including those with the most severe forms of depression, get better. So if you or someone you love is struggling, don't hesitate to seek help. You're not alone, and there's a world of support waiting to help you on your journey toward recovery. Can a person with severe depression integrate into society? This question, often asked, brings us to an important topic of discussion: social integration of people living with depression. Depression, a severe mental health disorder, can cause significant distress, affecting every aspect of an individual's life. But with the right support and treatment, individuals with depression can lead fulfilling lives while making meaningful contributions to society. Social support plays a quintessential role in this process. It comes in many forms: family and friends providing emotional support, healthcare professionals offering medical assistance, or even support groups sharing experiences and coping strategies. This network not only provides a safety net, but also offers a sense of belonging and acceptance that is crucial for anyone facing a mental health challenge. Treatment, too, can be a game changer. With the right combination of therapy, medication, and lifestyle changes, the debilitating symptoms of depression can be managed effectively. This management can open doors, allowing individuals to reclaim their lives, pursuing careers, engaging in hobbies, and building relationships. However, it's not just about the individual. Society plays a key role in this process of integration. Stigma around mental health can be a significant barrier, often making those with depression feel isolated and misunderstood. By educating ourselves and others challenging stereotypes, and promoting open conversations about mental health, we can create a more accepting and understanding society. This shift in societal attitudes can make a world of difference. It can encourage those suffering in silence to seek help, make workplaces more accommodating of mental health needs, and create communities where everyone, regardless of their mental health status, feels valued and accepted. So, to return to our initial question, yes, a person with severe depression can integrate into society, but it requires a collective effort. It requires us to be supportive, understanding, and accepting. It requires us to see beyond the illness, to the individual. With the right help and support, a person living with depression can lead a healthy and productive life. Remember, it's okay to ask for help.